Hello, good evening. Well, 6 o'clock means it's time for a brand new launch of a one-day special, and we are already busy. So we are talking studio light and we are talking journals, and we've got two fabulous options for you. But before we take a little peruse, I've got to introduce you to Julia. Hi, Julia.
Hi, everybody.
So we were saying you've had a nice relaxed Christmas?
Yes, I've just sat and crocheted and watched lots and lots of TV.
Excellent, we like that. That's a nice Christmas to have, isn't it? Right, so let's get cracking with these deals, because you've got two options. The first option to do with the covers, shall we say, of the journals. You've got your navy and your fawn. You're also getting your journal pages. You've got 10 black, 10 white and 10 craft, and you've got a die set as well. In your second option, you've got pink and blue. Again, you've got your 10 of the black, 10 of the white, 10 of the craft, and this time it's a different die set. So just to put it out there really at the start, if you wanted to go for, let's say, well, we'll go this option, pink and blue, but you also wanted the die from over this one, you absolutely can, because we've got them as individuals as well. So just to get that. So inside the journal, should we talk about these journals then, Julia?
Yeah. So so we've got the A5 journal, and inside the A5 journals, either the fawn or gold, or whatever you want to call it, or the blue in the other option. You've got a Polly Pocket, and then you've got some watercolour card, 300 GSM watercolour card, all A5 in size.
No, it is a 300, isn't it? Yeah. Have you even got some little stampettes in here?
Yes, I wondered where they'd come from, but yeah, in this one there's some little tiny stamps that come in there. It's like a note kind of stamp. Yeah,
like a torn sheet, isn't it? Yeah, that's cool. So that's your fawn, and also I really like with your journals that
your elastic.
And
it's not just elastic. You've got that little kind of tab there to actually preserve the cover, so that the elastic doesn't actually bite into the cover, which is really nice. And then you've got the so that's A5.
Yes.
Then you've got the 8x8 cover. So this journal doesn't come with any pages in it. Okay. But you do get your little Polly Pocket for you to kind of keep all your bits and pieces, you know, if you've got like memorabilia that you want to keep in there that you're going to be using, for instance. Again, you've got that elasticated wraparound as well. So there is on the show, there is the facility to buy some 8x8 pages in the 3 different colours, as is in the A5 in the one-day special. So you can get that. So have a look on the website and you'll be able to see you can create pages for it as well.
And then we've got, in part of the one-day special, you've also got 10 of your craft, 10 of your white or watercolour, and 10 of the black, those sheets that all fit perfectly.
All fit perfectly, absolutely, But of course you can use the A5 in the 8x8 folder as well, so you can mix and match and have different sizes in each one if you want to. That's
cool. And then the die that comes with the navy and the fawn, the die set is this one, so we've got arrows, we've got words on there.
So the words will actually fit within the arrow within the smaller label. So you can cut them into that. Obviously, you can have them with the different colour card underneath, or you can actually use the individual letters and make your own words if you want to when you cut them out.
Excellent. Like I said, if you wanted to go for, so it's the same concept with the pink and the blue, but if you wanted to go for the other die, because it's different, then you absolutely can. Shall I hold it there? There you go. Perfect. Now, we need to talk about the deal here, because it's a massive saving, again, especially if you're a Freedom member. Basically, you're not paying for one of these covers. These are normally $21.99 each. However, have you seen that saving? So if you're not a Freedom member, you're saving £23. If you are a Freedom member, you're saving £27.50. So that is this cover and then some. Now, if you're going for this outright at £40.46 as a Freedom member, you can use your £5 credit if you've not used it already. So that will take the price down, which is insane, to £35.46. For all of this, or all of this, okay, your item number is 811985. Now, they are in a delayed dispatch from the 11th of January, but well worth the wait. So now I've done all my admin. By the way, they're neck and neck at the moment. I think we should have a little look at yours.
Yes, so Yes, so there are on the show, there's also some, and these are my favourite things, the planner page edges. And Lou did do a one-day special a week or so ago, perhaps 2 weeks ago, where she launched the tall slimline planners, which we do have on the show as well. And Lou had some edges with that, but these edges will fit both of the planners in the one-day special. So they'll fit the A5 and they'll also fit the 8x8. What I love about these is not just the edges, I love the fact that you've got this here. So this here is going to cut the holes to go in your planner.
Cool.
So whatever you want to do, whether you want to cut a scrapbook paper, whether you want to cut just a piece of card, whether you've got, say, old music paper or old book paper, you can cut it to fit it within these holes. Brilliant. Here. That is just priceless, and there is one of those in each of the edger dies that are on the show. So going into my form planner, and I'm using my planners for kind of different things really. So I've got my little Polly Pocket with my my stamps in it, and this is how the memories edger cuts. So obviously they all cut here with the holes correctly in for the planners, both of them. And you've got this scalloped edge here, which equates to that. Lovely stitched edge into it, and this is out of one of the scrapbook papers that's on the show. Love them. And then we've got this lovely border here. Yeah. Again, you can see I've cut it out of this is actually the card that comes in the extras pack, the extra pages pack. And they are 8 inches in depth. And that means that you can use it on your 8x8 cards. You could cut it down to make a smaller card if you want to. You can actually decide where to place these. So if I didn't want it there and I wanted just a thin border, I could actually cut it there if I wanted to. But I've still got those holes there, so I could actually use whatever paper I wanted to with my die. Absolutely love it. You've also got a reinforcer as well, so I haven't put my reinforcers on yet, but you've got 3 hearts within the memory set. So the next die that we've got is we've got the memories word, and we've also got a memories backer. They're 2 separate dies, so you can see that if you do a different colour card behind it, then you're going to be able to see it. Do beware that there's a little tiny eye on memories there, so it's up to you. You can stick it, you know, directly onto the black, and I will show you something else you can do if you don't want that to look a bit weird like that. I'll show you something in one of the demos. So that's one of the edger dies. Absolutely fantastic.
Good stuff.
Then there's actually 4 different sets of edger dies. In my black A5, now my black A5 is it's an extra one that you can buy. So it's not in the one-day specials, but you can actually buy that. And this one I'm using the tab die in. So the tab die, do you remember we used to be able to buy these from stationers? You probably still can anyway. But obviously when you've got a die set, you can cut them as many times as you want to in whatever colours you want to. As per, you've got that lovely die here that I like, so you can cut whatever you want to, and you've got 2 reinforcers here. And I'm using mine as my black one as like a swatch journal. So I've got my watercolour pens. Obviously I've cut these tabs out, and these are my Sentimental Yours watercolour swatches. Then the next one I'm doing my watercolour pencils, and then I should do perhaps some inks in there. And you can see that I've got my tabs, and I can then cut more tabs and add more tabs if I want to. Absolutely love that, so that's what I'm going to use my black journal for. Cool. Then the other 2 journals I put into my pink 8x8. It could be the navy one, whichever one you want to, obviously. And I've used a combination of scrapbook papers, and I've used the extra pages that you can buy specifically for the 8x8. So I'm not sure what you're calling this one, but this is like torn edges to it. Jaggedy edge. Jaggedy edge. So also you've got like splodgy kind of reinforcers on this one. But once again, obviously because each set standalone, you've got this edger die here. So one of the scrapbook papers is one of the edges. Then I've got another one out of the watercolour card. Oh, obviously they're all ready for me to probably do a scrapbook kind of layout. Lovely torn edge here. Let's move this over a bit so you can see. You've got that that torn edge one. And then finally, we've got a postage stamp edge one, which is really cool. So that's that set.
Yep. And
then the final set we've got is this one here with this kind of very loopy die on it. And again, it's a different type of reinforcer. So you can see how they all sit together. We've got this one and this one on top of one another, and they all marry up nicely. And then this one is 2 dies.
Yeah.
So you can see I've got the back a bit, and I cut the string of hearts out of a blue card. Oh, this is one of the scrapbook papers that I've just put holes in using my holy die. And then I've got that lovely edge here. You can see the edge going down there, which is that one.
Right.
So for me, these 4 sets, if you're buying either of the one-day specials, I would definitely go for one or all of them if you can do it.
If you can.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. So we'll just show you them once more. There you go, in situ. So this one is your straight edge, like so. So you've got all of those lovely tabs you can do. I love those little flaggy things to play with, and the reinforcers. That's one. Then we've got the jagged option. I like that because it's a bit different.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that a lot. And then we've got the hearts. That's also a beautiful one. And then last but not least, we've got the memories, where you've got some nice scalloped edges. Now this one currently, I always say this, I'm always very interested to know which one starts ahead of the race, and it is this one, it's the memories. Oh, now we're already a quarter of the stock gone. There's an £8 saving, really good deals today on any of these 4, and it's £14.99. Item number is 362099. Here's one more time to have a little look at them. Straight edge, jagged, hearts, or you can go for the memories. 362099 is your item number. Now, just coming back to our one-day special, we are so busy for these. You've got 2 different options to choose from. Okay, so you can go for the covers where you've got the navy and the fawn cover. And you've got the 2 different sizes. So we've got this size, and in this one, what size again was it?
8 by 8.
Thank you, 8 by 8. And in this one, no pages, but don't forget you do get pages separately. You've got the lovely Polly Pocket, and then your A5.
Yeah.
Good, thank you. I'm never very good with sizes, Julia. In this one, you do get a Polly Pocket. Looks like you do get a little extra stamp, and then you've got your 300 GSM watercolour card. Now this option comes with this die set here. That's what it looks like. You've got your words. In fact, you've got love to do, memories and smile. And then, oh yes, and of course the words will fit inside the banners, and you're getting 10 sheets each of the black, the watercolour and the craft card. The other option that you've got is if you go for the pink and the blue. So again, you've got your 8 by 8 and your A5. The die set that comes with this looks like this. So you can see you've got your, you could use them as pockets. I love the ticket that you've got there. And again, you get that cardstock. So as I said, if you want both die sets, that's absolutely fine. Go for the option that you want, and then you can put in the other die set individually. Again, I just need to say, look at these. You were saying this. Aren't these beautiful presents to wrap?
Really lovely gifts. Yeah, absolutely. They're really lovely presented.
Yes.
Beautifully presented. So, I mean, out of interest, can I just ask you, how much is one of the die sets on its own? You know, if you're adding it to a one-day special?
£12.99.
£12.99.
Yeah.
But it's only so it's only £40.46 if you wanted to add extras.
Yeah.
So you're only paying what, £27 and a little bit, £27.47.
Yeah.
For your second one-day special.
Oh,
effectively, if you wanted both of the
die sets. I think so.
So it's £27 odd more, isn't it? Yeah. So because they're giftable, you know. That you think about that, because you're going to use your pages, and think about what you might want to use your planner for. Yeah. You might want to use it as a everyday thing. You might want to use it as a scrapbook. You might want to actually think, if you've got a special occasion coming up this year, you might want to actually use one as a scrapbook and put some memories in it. Yeah. Or scrapbook your Christmas, or think, you know. So think about what you want to use, because you might want to have more than one day special.
Yeah, that's a really good point. But I'll let you do the maths, thanks for that. I was just like, I'm following. Okay, just a reminder of the dispatch date. It's the 11th of January for that one. So remember, you're not paying as well for one of those covers with the discount. Now, these are also flying out the door. Super busy, especially for the black. Yeah. Now, let's again open this up. So you do get the elastic around it. And in here, once more, you've got that poly pocket and you've got your 300 GSM watercolour card. But that's, I think loads of people like black, don't they? It just goes with everything.
It does, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Very, very busy for this one. Now, let's see. So again, it'll come to you in its fabulous packaging. Sorry, we've just bust into this. But it's such a nice gift to give. Only £11.99, so you're saving £10. That's again a very, very good deal, and especially since you've got your watercolour card in there as well. 959 381 is the item number. Now do shop ahead on the website at thecraftstore.com, and here it is. You can shop by brand, by the way, so you can go to Studio Light and have a little look what else that we have on offer for you. We've got different sizes of the planners. We've got a really funky purple one and a blue, where did I get blue from? It's green. And lots of different die sets for you to go along really nicely. Now, I have to say, this paper pad, the 12 by 12, beautiful images.
Beautiful images, yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So you've got, there's 7 different designs on there. They're double-sided, so really you've got 14 designs, haven't you? Yeah. So you've got elements that you can fussy cut if you want to, but if you're not into that, then you just use the other side. Yeah. And again, you can see that I've been using them in my planner. You'll see throughout the one-day special, I'll be using them for my reinforcements, for my embellishments. I'll be using some of the toppers like tickets into things. Obviously die cut them with whatever you want to, or add or stamp over the top of them. They are they're all usable. They're absolutely gorgeous.
Look at that, they are stunning. But you don't have to choose, because you're going to get 2 of each sheet.
Yeah, 2 of each sheet, and there's 7 sheets, so you get 14 sheets, and I think it's £9.99. So that's an absolute bargain. Normally we do 12 sheets for £9.99.
Oh, good, good. So that, as Julia's just said, £9.99 with a £5 saving. 015596. We are very, very busy. Your best way is to shop at thecraftstore.com if that's possible. Over to you, Julia.
Over to me. Right, OK, so we're going to have a go at decorating one of these pages, I think. So if you've not had one of the Studio Light planners before, the kind of releasing mechanism is these 2 little like buttons, I suppose, top and bottom. So you just ping those, and then you can take your pages out to work on them. So they're not, and then you can just use one of them to snap it all shut again. It's really easy. So we're going to use this memories one, and I've got some elements from one of the one-day specials already cut out, because what I'm thinking is, and we're talking about this die set here, which comes with the blue and pink combo. Do it up that way. So this one here cuts out like a little pocket. Cool. So it looks like a pocket, but it's got like little slits in it, and so that means that you can actually pop memorabilia or photographs or whatever it is that you want to pop in there. Then we've got this little one here, which cuts out like that, and then the next one down, I've cut out one of the pattern papers, so that one will stick on there. Okay, and we can decorate that up a little bit more if we want to with some of the stamps, and that will then sit inside my pocket. Cool. Cool, yes. Then we've also got, this is like a reinforcer, like ticket reinforcer, but you don't have to use them like reinforcements if you don't want to. And then we've got these elements here. So the bottom one here is going to be like, you see it fits on the holes perfectly. That's like a little tag. And obviously if you want to, you can actually glue it down and then put your reinforcer on the top, or you can have it running loose in your planner. You don't have to actually have it stuck down at all. So entirely up to you. Then if you pop this one in, see this one's quite cool, because you could cut that into the page if you want to, or if you cut it into that, then this is what you get. And so then you'll see whatever colour you've got cut underneath, which is like it's like an arrowhead kind of thing, isn't it? Oh, put that on the right way. I would suggest that you do use a magnetic sheet to store everything because it's really handy.
Yeah.
This is from one of the scrapbook papers, so again we could actually pop that into our pocket if we want to, and then it can be taken out, or we could move this down a little bit if we want to and pop that behind maybe, and then we've got loads of reinforcers to play with as well. So, but let's decorate the back a bit, I think, because it's a little bit plain. And at end of call, there are actually, you may have noticed if you've already purchased and you've checked out, there's a couple of little die sets at end of call as well, these planner elements. I haven't actually cut all these out, which is really naughty of me, but I figured they're end of call, so yeah. So this is obviously going to be a little pocket kind of envelope, and then you've got extra, you've got reinforcers there, you've got this one's going to be your mat and layer for your pocket envelope, and then you've got arrows and tickets, and these will all, that arrow will go in there, then this will go in there, and that will go on the front of that piece there. Sure. So you've got lots of pieces that you can play with, and there's always a good guide on the packaging as to how Studio Light have envisaged that you might use it, which is definitely a good place to go, the back of the packaging.
Nice. Can I just show the end of call on the web?
Yes, yes.
Jolly marvellous. I think so. I think we've got quite a few, have we? Yeah. All right. Let's take a little look. Here it is. There you go. Oh, look at all those. So what have we got?
Oh, there's more than I thought.
Oh yeah, there is. So you've got tabs, planner tabs, monthly planner, stamp and die set, planner elements, and then we've got some other bits and pieces, Marlene stamp sets and all sorts of things like that. So you can add that into your basket should you wish. Okay.
Cool. Okay, so let's decorate this up a little bit. In fact, let's have this one here. It's going to be a background, so we're not too worried about exactly what it looks like. It's just to take away the sparseness of it. So I think we're going to go with, let's go for potting soil, which is an archival, which is a brown. And we'll perhaps add some elements. Now, if it's not perfect, I'm not too worried, as I've said, because it's a background.
Lovely.
So
we've popped onto the screen then the memories die.
Yep.
Yeah, lovely. £14.99, £8 saving, 362,099.
So we just have one down here as well, I think.
Okay.
And then we'll have a few arrows, I think, because I like arrows.
Yeah, because you've been really getting into your journaling. It's been lovely.
Yeah, I do like it. So let's have an arrow. So we know we're going to be popping something up here, so we can have perhaps an arrow pointing towards that.
Nice.
And then we know we're going to have a pocket. So we'd better have a look inside that pocket, hadn't we?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. I know we're only dealing with twos here, but forgive. And then just to fill in, we'll have some of these little arrow things, and we'll perhaps bring that in with a dark grey.
Quick stock update, if I may.
Yep.
The memories one, still in the lead. We are nearly half the stock gone. So you've got your scalloped edges, you've got the memories itself, you've got some lovely little hearts and heart reinforcers, which are really sweet. So half the stock gone, £14.99, £8 off, and under the same item number you'll find the other ones as well, the other three. Cool. Okay,
so that'll do with my stamping. Obviously you can do loads if you want to. That'd be me forever otherwise. So let's just stick some of these down. Actually, let's just take, let's have one more. This says to do. So this, we're going to make this our to-do list, I think.
Okay.
Because we can.
Have you got a to-do list for the new year?
I've got to-do lists every single day. I write in my planner every day, and then once it's written down, I forget to look at it.
Yep.
No, I do some, and then I look at the next day and I think, right, I put an arrow to the next day. No, it does help. I have to write everything down. Like when I'm coming to the studio, everything has to be written down so I don't forget it.
Right.
Right, so let's stick these down. Oh, we were going to add to this as well. No, so what else have we got on this other one? There are lots and lots and lots of stamp and die sets to do with planning on the show. So we could have from this one. This one's a really cool one. This is this. I like this kind of extra tab that you can have. This has got heart, different heart reinforcers on it. So we're going to have happiness is, and then this could be added at any other time. So you can write, you know, because you don't have to stamp everything. You'll be writing some things down yourself.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's, you know, because it's a memory, then you can write what you know, what made you happy on that particular day. So we can have happiness is on here.
The happiness stamp, it comes from this set on screen. You've got a lot of elements there. £19.98, 081078.
Right, so we pop this on our ticket. I mean, there are lots. I was saying to the producer before the show that obviously because I've just prepared demos or demonstrations for you to see, it's not like you're actually doing your own journal at home. At home, you'll know what else you want to put in it.
Yeah.
You'll know what colour schemes. I mean, I'm working with the papers, so you'll know what else you want to have in it. So it's a little bit different actually demonstrating journaling, you know, on the TV to how you would actually do yours at home. Hope that makes sense, because it is a little bit different.
Yep.
So with your pocket, make sure that you can still get in your pocket. So we'll have that down there so we can still see the arrow. And we can put that in a minute. We're going to have that in a minute. And then these are going to go up here. In fact, I'm going to leave those loose, I think, because I'll have the bottom, I'll stick these two together and I'll have the bottom one loose, because I like the loose elements. Yeah. Incidentally, when you're looking at those edge dies, I'll go off at a bit of a tangent in a minute.
That's all right.
Because you've got that wonderful side die that cuts holes, the die that cuts these holes, I know this is one of the pages, but because you've got that, it does mean that anything you've got, you can cut holes in. So, for example, if you've got some of the die cut DIY blocks, the tag blocks from Studio Light, for instance, you can actually cut holes into the side of a tag. So you could actually have a tag going in your journal like that.
That's cool, yeah.
Or you could have your tag going in your journal like that, because you only need to cut the 3 holes. One of the elements from the scrapbook papers, again, you could put holes in that. So you can cut holes in absolutely everything, which I just think it's wonderful. Yeah. So that's going to go there. I'm going to actually glue this down, I think. So I'm going to go over my arrow a little bit, but that's fine. Let's glue that down there. Yes.
Just while you're gluing, are you happy for us to do a little bit of admin?
Yes, that's fine.
Good stuff. Because we are so busy for both options of the one-day special. What you've got, if you're just tuning in, is it's a difference in the covers and the dies. So you've got the blue 8x8 or the navy 8x8. And in the navy 8x8, obviously you've got your elastic, and in here you've got your poly pocket. Then on our taupe or fawn, I think we're calling it, which is your A5, you will get some watercolour cardstock in here and a poly pocket, and that's like a little a stamp with like a torn note page. The watercolour card is 300 GSM in there. You will also get more pages, 10 of the black, 10 of the watercolour, and 10 of the craft card. And then this is the die set that comes with the navy and the fawn. So you can pop those words, die cut them out, and they'll actually fit into the banners. Now, the saving means you're not paying for one of the covers, okay, because they're normally £21.99. So you're saving £23 if you're not a Freedom member, but you are saving, as a Freedom member, £27.50. So that is a good saving. And if you've not used your £5 credit yet, the price comes down to £35.46, and your postage is covered as a member. For all of this, now this is your second option. You get your 8x8 pink, you get your A5 blue, you've got the 3 sets again of your cardstock, and this is a different die set. Actually, this is the one that Julia's working with, that lovely pocket, the label die. Now, if you did want the die individually, okay, the navy and the fawn is the most popular, but if you want the die from the pink and blue, it's at the bottom of the screen, add it in, so that would be, what is that, if as a Freedom member, £52 and some change, let's say, £53.45 there. And of course you can spread the cost, or you could use your £5 credit on that as well. Now the navy and fawn, a quarter of the stock has gone, and we've got a big stock, so that's how busy this is. See, it's all about planning for the new year, isn't it? Now your dispatch date is the 11th of January. Then we have also got our black planner, because this is another star of the show. You're liking this one. A third of the stock has gone. And if I take this bit off, again, this has got a poly pocket, and it's also got some watercolour card in there. So that is just £11.99, £10 saving, which is excellent. 959381 is your item number. Then you've already shopped ahead. I haven't shown these live yet, but you've already shopped ahead. You've got 4 options. This one is the rectangle. Oh, I like the diamonds in the centre. Can you see there? Can you see there?
Oh, the pages, yes, yeah.
Yep, liking those. So that's the rectangles. Jagged edge is next. Lovely. And then this one, swirl edge, if I picked up the right one. Good swirl edge. And then you've got your arrow edge. So you have found these ahead of time, £9.99 with a £4.50 saving, 503708. Now these are interesting, these different sizes, Julia.
Yes, so that's the tall slimline size that Lou had on her one-day special recently, and there were some edges to go with that, so we'll probably bring those back at some point. But the ones that the dies that we've got holes in, so the edger dies that I've been showing you aren't suitable for that planner. Okay. But you can use lots of the dies, like the ones that are in the one-day special, and the little end of core ones that I've just been using. Good. You can definitely use those, and some of the pocket dies as well you can use in there. So basically, if your die set's got holes in them, they won't work. Okay, got you.
I understand. No, that's good to know though, because we don't want you to get them home and be disappointed. So you've got your olivey green, you've got 10 sheets inside. It's got a really sturdy elastic there. Oh, here we go. All 300 GSM, and you've got the poly pocket. Lovely. And so that is, why am I trying to put this on that way? So that is £13.99, £10 saving, 597649. Then we've got the purple planner. So this has actually got a different feel to it. This is a smoother cover, bright purple, and this time you've got a white elastic. Same again, you've got your poly pocket, and you've got 10 sheets of your watercolour card, 300 GSM, £13.99, but it's just a different item number, 900269. Website, let's have a little look at thecraftstore.com. That's still the fastest way to order. We've got loads of items for you, so fill your boots. Don't forget that wonderful paper pad, because I really like that 12 by 12. Righty-ho, how are you getting on, Julia?
So I've put my, I've stuck everything down. I've got my reinforcers in. I've popped my little ticket in there. This one's going in separately, just on top, and it's going into my planner. So that's all ready for me to start to use. Yeah. So we'll go on to the back section now, I think, of this particular page, and show you what was in my brain for this page. Bits and pieces everywhere. It looks like my desk at home. So on this side, I thought we'd actually glue one down rather than have it loose.
Cool.
We're going to actually glue that on there. I won't do it right now, but you can see what it will look like when I glue it. And this is the one that's got all the little bits, fussy cut elements on it. So obviously not so good for you to have like that. But having said that, if you want to have it loose, there's nothing stopping you putting a thin coat of gesso over the top.
Okay.
And then you can work on it that way. That would absolutely work. And on this side, remember I said to you about you might not want to have it like that? Well, what you can do is cut just a thin strip of card and just cut the memories out, and then that can then glue in place there.
Cool.
And that's going to work like that. So you don't actually have to have it as a separate page. Then I've got lots of little pieces here. Now this is mainly using the other die set that we've got in the one day special. So it's this one. Oh, and don't forget that when you're cutting out your reinforcers, you've got all these little fall, especially if you're using the double-sided adhesive on the back, you've got all these little fall-away bits, and so these could be like embellishments, like faux pearls, because obviously pearls are going to be raised in your planner, and you might not want that, so keep those. That's quite a cool thing to have. Then what have I got here? Oh, lots of bits and pieces here. So... Right, so thinking on this side we could have just a matten layer. This is one again from the scrapbook pages. We could just have a couple of these.
Oh, they're nice.
So these are the like toppers. So you could just have a couple of those perhaps. And we could bring in photographs if you wanted to add a photograph, which I've got from somewhere. So I've got one of Catherine and the cat. Her cat. I've just found. So you could pop a photograph in there, you know, and that could be start of a scrapbook kind of page. The memories. So this says memories here. So we could have. Now let's try and find the die set that this is from. So much on the show.
I know, it's really good.
It is good, but it's kind of a bit of a nightmare for me trying to tell you what I'm using. Let's move those stamps out of the way because otherwise I'll lose them. Okay. There's one of the pages, this one that you've just shown.
Oh yes.
So you've got these pieces here, these kind of mats and layers. And again, with all the separate pages, the planner pages that you've got, they've all got different reinforcers in. So you get yourself a really good supply of, these are all my little reinforcers that I've cut. So it's just a really cool thing to have. So out of one of the scrapbook papers, again, I've cut memories into there. So from the one day special, I've cut it into there. And so I could have a tab like that on my page.
Yeah, like that.
Again, using the banner. So this is the inside die from the one day special, and I've cut love into it, and then you've got the outside postage stamp one. So I don't know, we could perhaps put love on there, perhaps. I don't know, I'm just going quite random here.
That's all right.
You've also got the smile. So the smile will cut into the arrow as well as some of the other ones, and if you just draw into the die over a coordinating piece of card, you can just glue that to the back like that.
That's nice.
And you know, you can get away with, I don't know where we'd put the smile. We could perhaps put it up there. I don't know. I'm just messing about here. And I've got loads of different reinforcers here as well that I can use. Not sure where I'm going with this, but you know, whatever little scrap you've got, you can pop a little reinforcer on.
Good.
Okay. there are some pockets as well. Where's the pocket? Here's one. Can't remember which die set this was from. 38. Which one is it? Oh yes, it's that one. Right, so we could add a little pocket, because all the little pockets, it's not that one, can be used in any of the planners. So you can use them in the big planner, as the tall slim planner, as well as the other one. This is 38. Oh, it's 39.
Too much.
Too much. Is that 38? That's 38.
Okay.
So let's move this to one side a second. Obviously that'll get glued down at some point. So these are really cool. So again, this will work separately, or it could be like a gift wallet if you wanted it to be. Now, I did cut this out originally in craft card. And this is Sentimental Yours craft card, which is 350 GSM. It's too thick.
Right.
It's much too thick, because when you actually come to fold it up and glue it all together, it will start to kind of, it just won't sit properly. It's just too fat. Don't do that. So I've used what I've used is one of the scrapbook papers, and there is enough in there that are quite plain. So that, because obviously you want your wallet or your envelope is double-sided, because you want it to look right, it's better not to have loads of pictures. Yeah. So this die here, so the biggest one is obviously going to cut your actual pocket, right, and or envelope. So you've got score lines everywhere. You've got nice stitch detail around the edges here, which is lovely. So what we need to do is we need to stick that down. So and there are instructions actually, which is really good. I think this is a new thing. So yeah, there are instructions here, and it tells you where to fold. That's cool. So you can fold across there and stick, and we'll fold across there and stick, like so, and then that will fold up like that, and you'll secure it here. So we want a reinforcer that's going to go on there. Okay. Where's my tweezers? Any old reinforcer will do, but we'll have a round one, I think, because I've just put a round one in here. There's a round one. Ugh. Oh right, yes, this die set is on screen. £34.98. We got a £20 saving. Wow. Oh, there's two die sets. That's why I was thinking that's expensive, but it's because there's two die sets. Yeah, that's really good. £34.98. Very good. Okay. Okay, so there's my reinforcer on there. And double-sided adhesive on the back is really sensible. And then you've got these dies here, these inner dies here. So you've got your reinforcers that come anyway. So, so you know, Studio Light are brilliant, so every single die set has a reinforcer. They might be different, or they might be, you know, the round ones are obviously quite common. You do get those on more than one die set. But it does mean that if you're only buying one die set, you're not stuck. You're not going to buy another die set just to get a reinforcer, which is really handy. Good, good. But then you've got these kind of mats and layer kind of ones here. So I've used the same paper as I used for the pocket on the first demonstration. So you see you've got that there, and that could be used just on its own or just in a planner. And then you've got this decorative one here as well, and both of those are going to fit within the little pockets. So they could be, I don't know, invitations, so you could have an invite there and then the RSVP there, which is quite a nice thing to do. Definitely. Okay, and so when you come to secure it, and I did suss this out, I think. Yes, right, so when you come to secure it, you need to pop some baker's twine through there and wrap it round, and then you can pop it back in again. It shows you there. Yeah. You okay? Yeah. So just wrap it, it's just a wrap around secure with the baker's twine. So I'll glue that at some other point rather than what you're having me watch, but hopefully you've got the idea of how that works. It's really sweet, isn't it? And then if you wanted to, you could then add that into your planner, and that could sit on your page there. So it could be like a little surprise, or if it is an RSVP and you're doing a memory book, this could be one of the copies of your invite and your RSVP that goes in.
That's a lovely idea. Look at that page. Look at those pages. They look so beautiful.
Even though they're not stuck.
That's all right. I'm going to show everybody the one-day special again, just for a moment. Two options of your one-day special. Very busy. If you can go to the website, that's your best way. Okay, so here we go. The navy and the fawn option, we are a third of the stock gone. Third of the stock. So you've got your 8x8 navy, which will come with a Polly Pocket in. You've got your A5 fawn, which will come with not only a Polly Pocket, but also some 300 GSM sheets of watercolour card. Just want to show you that. Let's have a little look. There's the Polly Pocket, and there's your watercolour card. Marvellous. It will also come with your 10 sheets of black, 10 of the watercolour and 10 of the craft card. And then this is the die set that comes with the navy and the fawn option. And you can fit those words into those banners, an arrow. You've got the words memories, smile, love and to do. Then our second colour option is the pink and the blue. So again, you've got your 8x8 pink, A5 blue, the sheets of your cardstock, and then this is the die set that comes with this option. Now, isn't this so nice the way it comes to you? What a gorgeous gift to give to somebody. Maybe you know somebody that really has been saying, do you know, I really need to get organised with whatever it is. What great gifts. And also with the price, with the saving, you're not paying for one of these covers because they are normally £21.99 each. As a Freedom member, you're saving £27.50. So, I mean, that's this and then a little bit, isn't it? You can spread the cost, of course. If you're a Freedom member, it's 2 payments of £20 and 23 pence. Lovely. Item number then is 811985. And there you go. Now, and it's going to be dispatched from the 11th of January. Nice. Just having a little look through everything that you're getting. Yeah, you do get that nice little stampette in there. Oh, that is from the other set. Okay, lovely. Papers? Papers. Dies first, sorry. Border dies. I wasn't sure then where we're coming back. Okay, so we have got 4 different options for you on these. Sorry, I'll slow down. Okay, so you've got your 4 different options. You've got your straight edge. Now nearly a third of the stock gone. You've got your jagged. Third has gone. Then we've got the hearts. And then the memories are half the stock gone. Yeah, that one's still in the lead. Love that. I love the little strip of hearts. I think that's just beautiful. Each option, £14.99 with an £8 saving. Like I said, you've got some really good savings on this. Get you started for the new year. 362099. Okay, back to you, Julie, having a rummage.
To me. Right, okay. Right, so staying with the planners, I'm going to, well, first of all, yeah, I just lost my stamp. First of all, we got the edger dies, the sort of raggedy edge ones. So it's actually this one, I think. Yes, that one. Okay. And this is cut for the 8x8 planner. And we'll pop some reinforcers on in a minute. So just having a little play really. So there is actually tangent. Where are we? There's so many. This set here, which was the one with the happiness sentiment on it. It's got this die here, which is really handy. So that die cuts out this piece here, so we could have in it goes across the middle like so, and then it also has the matten layer. So again, out of another scrapbook paper, we've got the matten layer, and then one of the fussy cut elements we could actually have that in there. Okay, so I mean that you could actually pop on a card as well if you wanted to. You don't think, you know, if you don't do planners, that you can't use this sort of thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of an idea of how you can use that. I've also got this one here, which is your one with your notes. This is Basics 52.
Okay.
And again, on the back, really, really good, the packaging. It gives you an idea of what you can do with it. So I've actually stamped a few out. I mean, your choice is yours. When you take this die, you've got a torn edge. But you've also got, within the stamps, you've got this stamp here. So the idea is that you can actually either stamp it and then cut it out, or stamp within that area here. So, and that's been torn out of a notebook. Or you could actually use that on a photograph if you wanted a torn edge on a photograph. Yeah. Whatever you want to, you can do that. Let's move that. I know it's not going to live up there, but just move it up there for the moment, because there's nothing stopping me changing that so that I could use my, I could use one of these tags and actually cut my holes further down and do a bit of a collage that way. So, you know, there's lots and lots of playing to do. Cool. That's why I'm all over the place, because there's lots of playing that you can do. So you've also got, within this stamp set, you've also got, let me pick up this so you can see a bit better. You've got bulldog clips, you've got Happy Note and Let's Go, and then you've also got this sort of ticket area here. Yeah. And you've also got some reinforcers on here as well, some hexagonal reinforcers. They're all different. So I would stamp first and then cut out. So we've got Happy Note. Okay. So that could go on there, just like the packaging. You could grab one of your bulldog clips. It could be sitting on there. You could have, I don't know, an arrow coming down here, because the one at the bottom of the list, that's your favourite thing to do. Yeah. Whatever it might be. Whatever it might be. You've got your little Let's Go, which will fit into that die there, and again you can put your reinforcers on there, or put brads in, whichever you want to do on there. Sit like so. You've also got this kind of ticket here as well. You see, I've done loads of stampings. Oh, nice. So I can show you how to cut them out at some point. So yeah, you've got also got this ticket here as well. So this ticket has got mats and layers to it. So it all fits together like so. Let's put a little bit to come here, like so, like that. Obviously we could bring in a bulldog clip here if we wanted to. Love that. It's really cute, isn't it? It is, but that will coordinate with this stamp here. So let's stamp this to put something in there, because I hadn't remembered to do that. See, I'm all over the place, because there's just so much to do. Yeah, and you'll do that when you're doing your layouts. You'll go all over the place, and you'll change your mind, which is, and do take photographs. When you place things, take photographs as you're moving them around, and then you can look at your camera and decide which is your favourite layout. Yeah. And sometimes when you move them around to stick them down, you can't actually remember how they were in the first place. Yep. Which is my thing that I tend to do. I forget how I want things. Bless you. As we're approaching the end of the show, Julia, when you've stamped this one, are we all right to go back to your planner and have a flick through? Absolutely. And then maybe we can continue at 8 o'clock? Yeah, absolutely. So let's have that just that way. Obviously, like I say, if you're more comfortable stamping and then die cutting, do that, but do make sure you leave enough space to do your die cutting. So if you've got this note, make sure you leave enough space for the torn edge, because the torn edge is really cool, and you don't want to not have that. Okay. So I'm stamping with archival just because it dries quicker, but they will work fine with your VersaFine Clairs, because they're an acrylic stamp, but you know, it depends on if you're die cutting, make sure the VersaFine Clairs dry before you die cut, because VersaFine Clair stays wet quite a long time. Give it a good old press. sometimes my magnets get in the way. Oh, that's really cool, isn't it?
It is. I like that a lot.
Really cool. So you could take your tea dye kind of stains and add that to it to age it a little bit. You know, it won't matter if you smudge it a little bit with your fingers because it's already a little bit distressed. But you know, I think that's really cool. Yeah. So anyway, that's a few ideas with those stamp and die sets.
Cool.
So yeah, these are all over the place. So going back to these, let's move Catherine and Jack out of the way. Okay, so your memories edges start with, you've got your scallop, your beautiful stitch scallop, and they've all got this wonderful holy die here, wherever mine's gone. Don't know where my memory's gone. I'll show you on one of the others in a minute. Cool. So you've got your scallops, you've got your lovely hearts here. We've got memories, and you've got that separate eye, and you've also got your mat and layer for that if you want to use it that way. But of course, like I've just shown you, you can actually bring in just a strip that you cut your memories out, and you can actually pop that in for that one. So that's that one.
We've got like 40 seconds.
Oh, okay, quickly. So you've just seen one of the torn edges.
Yep.
There's another one. I love that one. Then we've got the postage stamp. Yep. We've got the scallops. This is a different one with the hearts, and that one. And then finally you've got all your tabs. So you've got your tab one, which I'm using these to do my swatches. So I think that's a really, really useful set. It's not as ornate as the others, but I think it's invaluable.
Yeah, perfect timing. Thank you, Julia. I just want to do a very, very quick mention. Oh, I've got time. But basically in this one, it's a slightly different stamp, but I'll go over that later. I'll go over that later at the 8 o'clock. Right. Okay, thank you very much, Julia.
Thank you.
Lovely stuff. As always, don't go anywhere. We've got more coming up after this short break.